When we started thinking about Carvana several years ago, we started by thinking about customer experiences and why dealers were so often complained about. The answer that we arrived at is that less than ideal customer experiences are structural in this industry. They're the result of fragmentation, of high cost structures, and of undifferentiated offerings. If you're a dealer that's buying cars from the same sources, buying similar real estate, building similar buildings, using similar systems and processes, then hiring similar people that understand those systems and processes, it's very hard to actually differentiate yourself. If your costs are the same, all you can do is differentiate by getting more revenue from every customer. That is what we believe is the economic root of several-hour purchases and of exhausting sequential sales processes. We decided that to create better customer experiences, we had to change the way the whole thing worked. And that's our mission, to change the way people buy cars. To do this, we had to address the cost side of the equation and create an offering that is differentiated in meaningful ways. That is what led us to a vertically integrated e-commerce solution. By making a self-service platform, we could reduce labor costs while simultaneously making the experience simpler for our customers. By purchasing inventory, we could maintain control over our inventory so we could optimize the cars we carry and maximize the likelihood that we have the car that any given customer is looking for. By running our own reconditioning centers, we could control car quality, since that's centrally important when selling a $20,000 used car online. And by building logistics and fulfillment networks, we could get cars to customers fast and reliably and connect our inventories across geographies to maximize selection for our customers while also getting rid of the need to build expensive dealerships. That list is a tall order, but it is what we believed was necessary to create great experiences in this industry, so we started building. Fast forward to today, and we see the evidence that all that work has resulted in the customer experiences that we were seeking. We have thousands of reviews up on our website with an average rating of 4.8 stars, and we grew revenue last year by 180% to $365 million. As of the end of 2016, we were open in 21 markets and have developed a low-cost, replicable playbook for opening additional markets. Beyond all that, our financial model is simple. We offer a similar product to 63,000 dealerships in North America and earn our revenues in the same ways they do. We just do so with a different cost and pricing structure and a differentiated customer experience. Beyond all that, we believe a byproduct of automating many of our processes is that we have more economies of scale than traditional dealerships do, and we think that is a pretty exciting prospect in a $1 trillion market. In general, e-commerce enables greater selection, reduces costs, and improves experience in the sense that it is more convenient. We believe in automotive retail can do even more. The automation, cost reduction, and accompanying simplification of our process enabled by technology allow us to give customers experiences that are better beyond the traditional e-commerce benefit of just convenience. The experience can be fast, and the customer can be in control the entire time. It allows us to offer customers the experiences they truly want, and in this way, we believe that e-commerce can be even more powerful in automotive retail than it has been in other verticals. 97% of customer vehicle purchases involve online research, so we're meeting them where they already are, and putting our efforts into giving them the experience they want in the format they're already using, their browser. On our platform, customers can buy a car in as little as 10 minutes from the comfort of their couch on their phone. They can browse an inventory of thousands of cars photographed in HD photography with a proprietary virtual tour. So we've built a finance experience that is incredibly simple to use and puts the customer in complete control. In minutes, they can learn their exact financing terms on our site without impacting their credit and can then search for cars that match their financial needs with monthly and down payments that are accurate to the penny. They can also browse thousands of pre-approved financing offers for each and every car in our inventory to find the combination of terms that works best for them. These aren't approximations. We don't rely on manual processes or third parties to get these terms in front of our customers. It is fast, simple, and actionable, and we believe this simplicity is of significant value to our customers. Our customers can get a trade-in value from us in minutes as well. This process is also completely automated. It leverages a number of data sources in the background to make sure we can put a fair value in front of our customers quickly and easily. And in line with our branding efforts and our mission statement, we are very transparent with our customers in describing how we arrived at the value we're showing them. Our customers can then choose if they want to sell the car to us, trade it in for a new one, or pass on our offer completely. Additionally, they can also quickly see how it will impact their financing terms so they can make an informed decision. When our customer decides they're ready to proceed with the purchase, we work very hard to make that as easy as we can as well. We take advantage of the capabilities of their phone to enable them to use the camera functionality to upload documents that are necessary for financing and registration without ever leaving our platform. They can also sign their contracts and other required documentation directly on their phone using their finger. The last step is getting the car to our customers, and this takes two forms: delivery to their home or other location they're choosing, or pickup at one of our vending machines. Depending on where the car is the customer is buying, as well as the schedule and capacity of our logistics network, all of this could take place as soon as the very next day. Regardless of the timeline, the customer will get to choose from the available options down to a specific delivery or pickup time. If the customer decides to have the car delivered, one of our customer advocates will deliver the car to them in a branded single car hauler, and their 7-day return policy begins. If the customer decides to pick up the car in a market where we have a vending machine, they'll head to the vending machine and get what we believe is the most unique fulfillment experience around. They select their name and pickup time from a kiosk, insert an oversized commemorative coin, and the machine comes to life. A big rotating elevator goes up and extracts the car and delivers it right to their feet. While all this is happening, we're filming video footage from different locations inside the vending machine and create a personalized pickup video for the customer that can be shared on their preferred social networks. We believe building tools to make it easier for our customers to share their Carvana experience with their friends is fun for them and helps to amplify our awareness. Once customers take in receipt of their car, we start the clock on their 7-day return policy. They get a chance to live with the car to see how it really fits their life. Does their coffee mug fit in the cup holder? Is there room in the back seat for the car seat? Further, given the return rates we are seeing and the cost to us of honoring the return policy, we believe the costs of operating the return program are low compared to the benefit customers feel from having the peace of mind of a 7-day return policy. The automotive retail industry is incredibly large, $1.1 trillion in total and about $710 billion for the used car market alone. The industry is also incredibly fragmented with about 63,000 used car dealers total. The largest player holds about a 1.6% market share, and the top 100 players control about 7% of the market. In addition, online consumer behavior is also transforming. As online retail has continued to become more ubiquitous, it was only a matter of time before consumers felt comfortable enough to buy a car online in the same way they are comfortable buying other consumer products. For example, 97% of vehicle purchases involve online research. 75% of people say they would consider purchasing a car online. 52% of people are test driving one or no vehicles prior to purchase. In summary, the market is huge. Customers are actively voicing a need for an alternative. Online behavior is shifting very quickly, and there's an incredible degree of fragmentation. We believe these qualities suggest a very rare opportunity, and we couldn't be more excited to be in the middle of it. Prior to launching Carvana, we spent 18 months conceiving and building the business from the ground up. We had to look at every step of the traditional way of buying a car, break it all down, and create a new model that we hoped would exceed our customers' expectations. This involved us growing our corporate functions in Phoenix, Arizona, as well as establishing our first inspections and operations center outside of Atlanta, Georgia. In late January of 2013, Carvana launched a whole new way to buy a car in Atlanta, Georgia, allowing our customers to skip the dealership entirely and buy a car online, with free home delivery as soon as the very next day. While online retail confidence in general was high, people were reticent to take the leap and buy a car sight unseen in an industry historically fraught with bad experiences from a company that no one had ever heard of before. We had to prove to Atlanta that we were a legitimate company and that they could trust us. Although our sales ramp in Atlanta was slow, our focus on creating great customer experiences for the few customers that did try it was deliberate, and the reviews we were receiving from them were very encouraging. In Q4 of 2013, things began to change. Our word-of-mouth awareness, combined with a larger inventory, improvements to our marketing plans, and the introduction of a pickup option sparked a tremendous response and the beginning of our sales ramp. And sales led to more sales, press coverage, and brand awareness. Our hypothesis that customers were open to buying a car in a whole new way was proving to be true. In the second quarter of 2014, we expanded to Nashville, Tennessee, which continued to utilize our first inspection and reconditioning center just outside of Atlanta. This hub and spoke model was built to ensure our efficient expansion. The openings of Charlotte in the third quarter of 2014 and Birmingham in Q1 2015 gave us an opportunity to hone our market opening playbook and prove that we could service multiple cities with as soon as next day delivery. The next market on our roadmap was Texas. In the second quarter of 2015, we opened our second inspection and reconditioning center just outside of Dallas, enabling us to bring as soon as next day delivery to that city, as well as to connect to our operations in the Southeast. In the fourth quarter of 2015, we opened up 3 additional markets in Texas: Houston, Austin, and San Antonio, expanded to Raleigh, and then launched our first automated car vending machine in Nashville, Tennessee. In the first quarter of 2016, we entered the Florida market, opening Orlando and Jacksonville. In Q2, we added Tampa and Miami, and also opened the Richmond market. From there, we set our sights in the Northeast, launching a new inspection center just outside of Philadelphia that extended the reach of our network. In the third and fourth quarter, we launched Washington, D.C., Columbus, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Memphis, Indianapolis, and Cleveland, as well as opened our second car vending machine in Houston. One of the metrics we follow very closely is our market share in each market, and we're very proud of the story that metric tells. Since we launched Atlanta, it has been steadily climbing, and we believe there is still significant room to grow. In addition, the majority of our markets are ramping more quickly than Atlanta did at the same point in its life, which we attribute primarily to improvements in our product and to improvements in our customer acquisition. What might be most exciting is the consistency in this growth across markets. For the most part, each of these markets have historically followed very similar growth trajectories, and that gives us a lot of confidence in what to expect as we head into new markets, enabling us to ramp up inventory, logistics, and people in a controlled and predictable way. Something worth noting in the market share graph is the way that Nashville responded to the vending machine. It was running roughly in line with Atlanta prior to the vending machine launch, but the awareness and excitement around our experience the vending machine created clearly pushed Nashville to a different trajectory. Another point I'd like to make on this graph is that we believe the markets we operate in are more representative of the remaining markets we'll continue to launch across the country than other markets we might have chosen for our initial rollout. For example, we didn't launch in the 5 biggest cities in the US, New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, or Philadelphia, or in the early adopter cities and then attempt to replicate our model in smaller cities. We started in Atlanta, then Nashville and Birmingham, and expanded from there, and we believe there are many similar markets remaining in the US. Our sales unit growth is driven by 2 things: the growth in our number of markets and our growth in market share within each market. We believe the market opening playbook we've developed over the last 4 years will help us to efficiently open additional markets over the coming years. And that's the first half of the growth equation. The second half of that equation is the growth within markets. Each of our markets that have been open for more than a year have grown significantly over the last 12 months. This combination of a market opening playbook and significant growth within markets has us incredibly optimistic about the future. We believe that building a high-quality e-commerce experience is very hard in this industry because the transaction itself is so much more complex than many other retail verticals. When you pair a complicated transaction with a product that is as difficult to acquire and prepare for sale as a used car, as well as the need for owned fulfillment channels, you have a business that we believe enjoys significant barriers to entry. Carvana is a business model built specifically for the needs of our customers, and this is how we do it.
When you're selling online, you're not constrained by the limits of a physical retail space for merchandising your products. You can offer a much larger selection, personalize the experience for every customer in real time. You can be open 24/7, unlocking self-service opportunities that can be both more convenient for your customers and at the same time save huge operational expenses in real estate and in headcount. For automotive retail, some of these advantages are a little bit harder to realize. This is why we believe our proprietary spinner capability has been such a huge breakthrough for Carvana and our customers. Even in the traditional dealership model, not everyone actually wants to walk from car to car and sit in each one with a sales guy looking over their shoulder and peppering them with questions, but no one wants to be surprised about the condition of the $20,000 car they just bought either. We go to great pains to make sure you can get a detailed view of every car, and in our minds, most importantly, zoomed in close-ups of any imperfections that remain after our certification. You can fly inside the window to get a sense of the interior space or what the controls look like or the texture of the upholstery. You can take a look under the hood or pop the trunk and zoom in to see how many sets of golf clubs can fit back there. And this is for every single car. The intuitive tour experience belies the complexity of what's actually happening behind the scenes. We've custom developed systems for ingesting the images, then slicing them into tiles that are dynamically resized and scaled to optimize for the user's page speed, their zoom level, the screen's resolution, and their device type. On the interior shots, our software maps the images in 3 dimensions and smooths the edges to avoid that cuboid look that many 3D renderings suffer from. Separately, the annotation platform we've developed combines programmatically supplied vehicle descriptions with the ability for our team to locate and highlight the features and imperfections and update the attributes of any vehicle on the site in real time. We also provide a firm offer for your trade-in in less than 2 minutes with no drawn-out questionnaire or pictures from every angle, no need to bring it down to us, no need to sit through an inspection. Just put in your VIN, answer a handful of questions, and get a firm value explained in a personalized video about your car that we generate in real time. While you get an automated offer quickly, behind the scenes we're tapping into first and third-party data to understand your car's value as a potentially retailable car on our site or for sale at the closest wholesale auction, including decisioning to optimize return on investment of any reconditioning work we may opt to take on. We then display our value for each option the vehicle has and each one that it doesn't in an effort to establish trust via transparency. From the earliest days, optimizing inventory has been a really fun collaboration between our purchasing, data science, analytics, and software development teams. To gauge demand on a local level, we look to data regarding recent transactions and current inventory listings in each of our markets. Then specific to Carvana's audience, we use our own sales, clickstream, dwell time, and myriad other interaction metrics to understand which makes, models, trims, colors, features, and price bands our customers are most interested in. Now, with a comprehensive understanding of demand, We can identify gaps in our current supply that highlight the most needed additions so we can then scour supply nationwide. We ingest an average of more than 100,000 vehicles per day from various wholesale, fleet, and consumer channels, normalize all that data, strip out vehicles with accidents, poor condition ratings, and other attributes that we won't accept, then run the remaining results through a proprietary algorithm that calculates expected transportation, reconditioning, and depreciation costs to ultimately spit out a prioritized list for our team to then acquire. The good news is that you get to select from more than 7,300 cars on Carvana, relative to anywhere from 10 to a few hundred on a typical dealer lot. The downside is you've got to find the perfect car out of 7,300 cars. That's why when we rebuilt search in 2016, we focused on the speed of the experience first and foremost. As soon as you type what you want, the results are immediately there, or if you're not completely sure, click on a few of the filtering options and you'll find that getting to a manageable set of results is incredibly fast, whether on a laptop or a phone or any mobile device. The other advantage is that the results are customized for who you are and what you're interested in. Not only do we show you the cars that are closest to you and can get to you the fastest, but depending on who you are and what you're looking at that moment, our suggested filter capabilities predict the options for quickly narrowing your search. This is actually one of my favorite recent features we've added, and another cool collaboration with our data science team. We look at the historical data to understand the relative value of any given vehicle attribute to various types of visitors to the site. We then bounce those characteristics against the specific result set you're viewing and present personalized filters optimized for rapidly reducing the result set size and increasing the likelihood of bringing a user deeper into the funnel. There's a ton of interesting math, but ultimately we just want it to feel like the site is magically helping you find exactly the right car. The opportunity to leverage modern technology to attack a broad array of problems in an enormous industry has enabled us to attract a world-class technology team that's hungry to keep iterating on what we've built together. As consumers get more and more comfortable with the idea of buying a car through the internet, we're going to stay focused on continuing to improve our offerings to keep the lead that we've established so far. There's no shortage of room for us to improve.
Traditionally, dealerships have approached customers with a fairly undifferentiated offer. They leverage a car manufacturer's advertising, plus their own direct response channels and tent sales, to drive leads or a consumer to the dealership. We've all been through this experience before. You do online research and find that perfect car, but then ultimately have to find a local dealership that carries it. You then inquire about the fair price or ask for more info about that car, but have to deal with the barrage of phone calls and emails that come with it. It culminates in a trip to Joe Schmo's dealership on a Saturday to spend 4 apprehensive hours trying to figure out why you didn't qualify for that 0% promotion, how to avoid getting upsold on things like VIN etching or fabric protection, and buying said car at a good deal. When we were building Carvana, we looked at all of this noise and knew that there had to be a better way. An experience that when you finished, you'd be proud to tell your friends and family where you bought your car, not just the type of car that you ultimately bought. We wanted Carvana to be synonymous with that type of experience, and we made a deliberate choice to build a brand that stood for that. We believe our focus on brand to be a unique advantage versus traditional automotive retail, and it will enable us to continue to differentiate ourselves in the future, both in the minds of consumers as well as from the competition. We focus on building the Carvana brand in 4 main areas. Number 1, by positioning our brand in an ownable and compelling way. At Carvana, our brand promises that we sell cars, but we are not car salesmen. We are customer first and are fully transparent in everything that we do. This starts with how we communicate to our customers, to showing the imperfections on every car we sell so that there are no surprises, to offering a 7-day return policy where our customer advocates call every customer on the 6th day to see if they want to keep their car. And if they don't, we take it back for a refund. The second thing we do is spread our message through both brand building as well as direct response channels. We utilize omnichannel marketing and integrated campaigns ranging from television ads to public relations, digital marketing, and content generation to build broad awareness of Carvana and expose the pitfalls of buying a car the old way. We then combine these touch points with deeper funnel channels and sophisticated analytics to continuously optimize and improve our marketing mix. Third is we operationalize our brand in everything that we do. This manifests itself through the user experiences we design on our website, to creating a customer service staff that doesn't include a single salesman or commissions, to not selling cars with reported accidents, to developing an e-commerce platform that lets a customer buy a car in as little as 10 minutes, to offering as soon as next day delivery of a customer's vehicle, and building the world's first automated coin-operated car vending machine. Lastly, we leverage our brand experience in unique and scalable ways, from hiding a free gift card in our customers' gas cap so their very first fill-up is on us, to rendering a personalized pickup video for every customer at our vending machines, to holding our annual Carvana Fest, where hundreds of our customers gather from all over the country. We focus on creating memorable experiences that our customers want to share. We didn't choose to build a Carvana brand in these touchpoints because we thought it was easy or cool. We did it because we knew it would make the customer experience dramatically better. And the best part is that consumers have embraced it. We see that in our incredible growth, customer referrals, thousands of reviews that average 4.8 out of 5 stars, and feedback from our customers saying that after they've experienced Carvana, they would never buy a car at a dealership again.
Car dealerships have salespeople. Carvana has customer advocates. What is the difference? Actually, a lot. For how exciting it should be to buy a car, automotive retail is fraught with bad experiences. Having to spend hours of your Saturday at a dealership, having to navigate a complicated and opaque purchase process to get a good deal, and having to do it with a salesperson. From the beginning, Carvana has worked to break the mold of the used car salesman. That is why when we designed what we wanted the customer service experience to be, salespeople were never part of the conversation. We purposely wanted individuals to be customer advocates. Our customer advocates are people who are driven by helping other people, not by generating commissions. People who work tirelessly on behalf of our customer to make car buying fun again and to educate consumers on the pitfalls of buying a car the old way. When customers call in for the first time, there's apprehension and uncertainty. This is what they've come to expect from the current status quo of buying a car. But unlike the traditional car dealership, our number one goal is to create an extraordinary customer experience. And we do this by re-educating the customer when they land on Carvana.com. They truly are in control of the car buying experience, from finding the perfect car to selecting financing terms that work for their lives. This is all done without the haggling, high-pressure tactics of a salesperson. Our customer advocates play a critical role in embodying our company culture and providing our brand promise to every person they interact with, whether they buy a car from Carvana or not.
From the beginning of Carvana, we set out to build an inspection and reconditioning process with 3 key goals in mind. First and foremost, build high-quality vehicles. If we don't do that well, nothing else matters. Second, maximize transparency so customers know exactly what they're purchasing. Third and finally, build it for scale. If we want to support a nationwide inventory, we need to build tools and procedures and processes that enable mass production. To distinguish our brand and quality of car, we developed the Carvana Certified program. Modeled to be on par with luxury CPO offerings, this program ensures that customers have full trust in the quality of our vehicles. Under this program, each vehicle undergoes a 150-point inspection that includes everything from tread depth of tires to thickness of brake pads to the quality of exterior paint to even whether or not Bluetooth is compatible. We also screen for cars that have been in reported accidents, have frame or structural damage, or possess any sign of collision or metal work. If it doesn't meet our standards, it will never make it to the Carvana website. Finally, our commitment to vehicle quality doesn't stop once a vehicle is purchased. Every vehicle comes with a 100-day bumper-to-bumper warranty, as well as a 7-day money-back guarantee to make sure the customer is completely satisfied with their purchase. To ensure transparency, we developed a patented photography process combined with detailed annotations to highlight every feature and imperfection of the vehicle. When we first started Carvana, one thing we knew is that a lot of customers were going to be reluctant to purchase a used vehicle entirely online. And for us, the photo booth was always designed to give them comfort. Capturing high-definition interior and exterior images of every vehicle on our website, our photo process allows the customer to not only just evaluate the car, but to experience it, to get comfortable with it, and maybe more than anything, actually get excited about pulling the trigger and buying a car online. Importantly, while our photography process provides best-in-class images of every inch of the vehicle, what we don't do is fix every minor dent or ding. Instead, like all aspects of Carvana, our cosmetic standards were developed with the customer in mind. To keep our costs low, we train our associates to identify what types of imperfections should be touched and what types should just be annotated. This allows us to offer customers competitive prices while still ensuring that there are no surprises on the driveway. In addition to our quality and transparency, we have built a flow process that controls for the variability of used car repair and allows us to ramp production without sacrificing quality or consistency. Put simply, we have combined lean manufacturing with used automotive repair, and that is no small task. Few have the infrastructure to do it, and even fewer have proven capable of doing it well. Our size and scale enables us to operate in an efficient assembly line style, with individual production lines producing cars every 15 minutes. Today, our facilities have the capacity to produce more than 12,000 monthly vehicles and are led by industry leaders with more than 70 years of experience inspecting and reconditioning high-quality vehicles. Our logistics and fulfillment operations are informed by 3 key learnings. First, speed matters. The faster we can get a customer a car, the more likely they are to convert. Second, selection matters. More cars to choose from means more customers who are likely to buy. Third, and perhaps most importantly, the third-party transport industry lacks the speed, the reliability, and cost efficiency to service a national inventory for customers. So we brought logistics in-house to enable a truly e-commerce experience. Today, we employ more than 70 drivers and own more than 50 multi-car haulers to support our active markets. The Carvana Logistics Network utilizes a hub-and-spoke model to support deliveries across all of our markets. The network has 6 key features. Vehicle tracking. Our systems leverage RFID technology to identify the exact location of every vehicle in our inventory. Dynamic scheduling. We have built proprietary algorithms that calculate transit times and route capacities to provide real-time delivery dates and times to customers at the time of purchase. Pre-delivery inspection. Once purchased, all vehicles are given a final inspection to ensure the vehicle meets our mechanical and cosmetic standards. Reliability. Our route design and resourcing eliminate single points of failure, so when we run into bad weather or if a driver calls in sick, we're still able to meet our delivery commitments. Visibility. All of our trucks are equipped with onboard telematics that integrate with our proprietary transportation management system to provide seamless visibility from vehicle purchase to customer pickup or delivery. Speed. Carvana's route design employs a series of equipment relays between drivers. This allows our haulers to operate up to 22 hours a day while also ensuring our drivers comply with DOT hours of service requirements. Put all of this together and what you have is a genuine e-commerce experience. Today, a customer lands on our site and selects a car for delivery. In the background, our systems identify the location of the selected car and the location of that customer, identify the routes to get the car to that customer, calculate the capacity and transit times of those available routes, then sums up the total transit time and looks up the current local market delivery schedule to identify the earliest available delivery date. Once a delivery date is scheduled, our logistic managers leverage proprietary algorithms to update scheduled loads with real-time information. So for example, maybe a vehicle was delayed due to a misconnection, or perhaps the customer decided to reschedule for a later delivery date. Whatever the case, our system accounts for these changes and reprioritizes all scheduled deliveries accordingly. That way, new customers are always seeing the soonest available delivery dates, and current customers are always being optimized for on-time deliveries. Not only does the logistics network enable a truly unique car buying experience, it also allows for meaningful reverse logistics opportunities. Every time we deliver cars to a market, we have the ability to backhaul newly purchased vehicles from those markets to one of our inspection and reconditioning centers. Not only does this reduce transport costs, it also allows us to be opportunistic in the ways we purchase and position vehicles. For example, simply by leveraging our internal transport resources, we can buy cars in locations that are less expensive and then ship them to areas where they are more expensive for greater returns. We can also use our network to relocate certain cars to different regions based on observed demand on the website.
To summarize this opportunity for you, we believe we have a customer value proposition that is highly differentiated and that customers are forcefully responding to. We operate in a market that is extremely fragmented, which we believe leads to strong competitive dynamics. We have momentum in the markets that we're currently serving. We have a market opening playbook that allows us to open markets quickly, and we've built a vehicle certification process and logistics network that we believe will scale efficiently. We're proud of what we've built, and the thing that I'm personally most proud of is the team that we've assembled to build it. You got a sense for several of them in this video, but there are over 1,000 other people standing next to them every single day that you didn't see. Those people have backgrounds in technology and analytics, automotive, logistics, and in customer experience. We believe this team is ready to continue to scale and to continue to separate our offering from anything out there today and anything else that may come along the way. Thank you for taking the time to review our materials.